Now that you've confirmed Rewst can connect to the system you want to automate, it's time to lay the groundwork. At this point, you might be thinking, do I really need to map this out first? Can't we just start building and adjust as we go? That instinct makes sense, especially when you're eager to move fast. But here's the truth. Mapping your process visually isn't about slowing down. It's about setting yourself up to move faster later with fewer missteps. Think of it as redistributing your time. A few minutes of planning up front can save hours of troubleshooting or rebuilding down the line. It helps you clarify how the process actually works, identify gaps, and align everyone involved before automation enters the picture. In Rewst, the easiest way to map your workflow is with no-op steps. No-op stands for no operation. These steps don't run any logic. They simply act as placeholders. But they're incredibly useful for visual planning. With no-op steps, you can outline where the automation starts, what happens next, where decisions or branches occur, where people need to be notified or involved. This gives you a high-level structure that mirrors the actual process without needing to commit to the technical build yet. As you lay out your no-op steps, make sure you capture the key building blocks. Triggers, what kicks things off, a form submission, a webhook, a scheduled time, actions, what tasks need to happen. Think about the core steps the automation will perform. Decisions, where does the process branch based on conditions? These are your forks in the logic. Notifications, when does someone need to approve, intervene, or just be informed? You don't need to write the logic yet, but visually mapping these moments helps you see the flow clearly and gives you a reliable framework to build on. Two things will help make your visual plan useful, not just for you, but for anyone who looks at it. First, use a consistent structure. Keep your layout clean and intentional. Whether it flows left to right, top to bottom, or is grouped by type, the key is that it reads clearly at a glance. Second, use descriptive naming. Each no-op step should describe what it's there for. Avoid labels like step 4 or decision here. Instead, write out what's actually happening, like check ticket priority or send approval requests to manager. Descriptive, action-oriented labels make the workflow easier to follow, easier to review, and much easier to build from. Visual mapping isn't just a nice to have, it's how you find issues before they become expensive. By mapping your process first, you can quickly spot missing steps or transitions, ambiguous decision points, unclear handoffs or approvals, overcomplicated branching. And fixing these now is much easier and faster than fixing them after the build is underway. This is also a great moment to bring in stakeholders. Walk them through the mapped workflow and ask, does this reflect how the process really works? You'll often uncover important context that never made it to the documentation. Mapping your process visually in Rewst isn't a delay, it's a head start. By using no-op steps to plan your workflow, you reduce rework, speed up the build, and bring clarity to everyone involved. You're not just designing for today, you're setting the stage for a smoother, more scalable automation. In the next lesson, we'll walk through your pre-build review, a final check to make sure your visual plan is clear, consistent, and ready to move from design to execution.